Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICH stakeholders, endorsed by policymakers, came together in order to fine-tune the St. Kitts and Nevis ICH policy that will guide activities toward the safeguarding of traditions and expressions inherited from the forebears of the inhabitants of the Federation. Minister responsible for sports and the creative economy, Honorable Samuel Duggins, endorsed the almost complete policy-making process and committed his support toward enacting the policy upon its completion. He identified different cultural influences, such as African, Indian, Portuguese, British, Spanish, and French, noting that the blend should be embraced holistically. The minister responsible for the creative economy pinpointed that civilizations are most often remembered for tangible cultural components such as art and intangible culture such as performances. He then outlined the task of the participants of the consultation.
The question I am asking you here today is, how will we be defined years into the future? What and who are we going to be defined as? Your role here today is to ensure that we have an answer to that. Because we will be defined by what is documented. A lot of really good civilizations are not remembered simply for the fact that their culture has not been documented.
He said the number of participants present indicated their interest in ensuring that the ICH is documented and preserved for future generations. Marlene Phillips, who now serves as an advisor to the ICH Secretariat in the Department of Sports and the Creative Economy, Cultural Heritage, created the draft ICH policy and had begun the ICH policy-making process as the former St. Kitts and Nevis National ICH focal point. She identified that Sankofa, a word of the Akan tribe of Ghana, meaning go back and fetch it, speaks to the importance of learning from past experiences so that we can move forward to create a better future. That, she said, is embodied in the work undertaken by the ICH Secretariat. She gave some insight into what took place during her tenure.
The first step was to educate stakeholders about the convention and build human resource capacity to identify ICH elements, create an inventory, and implement safeguarding measures. A project was written and submitted to UNESCO. Then on October 5th, 2018, UNESCO Bureau of the Committee for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage approved $443,000 US from their ICH fund to implement the project called Strengthening Inventory Preparation Capacity for Implementing the 2003 Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Troy Hendrickson, entrepreneur and traditional knowledge bearer, addressed the socio-economic landscape during the opening ceremony. Among key points, Mr. Hendrickson noted that residents of St. Kitts and Nevis tend to quickly assimilate external factors into the traditional culture, but while this is a natural occurrence, he advised that nationals should still hold on to the pillars of our cultural existence.
Now, I hail from a tiny village called Fry's Village. There are about maybe 70 people living there. But we grew up knowing the cowboy and Indians from the Shadwell area primarily, and I cannot tell you the last time I've seen cowboy and Indian. It's been a while, and maybe one or two guys might be playing it, but I just have not seen it. So it brings me to a point of, say, concern that we need to spread out a little bit more, we need to move a little bit more aggressively.
Mr. Hendrickson noted that as an entrepreneur, he incorporates cultural performances into his service-oriented business that caters to both visitors and locals. He said that tourists, in particular, appreciate the traditional dances and ask for encores. Approximately 100 participants attended the consultation from a cross-section of government organizations, non-government organizations, and traditional knowledge bearers across the Federation. Participants from the sister island joined virtually. Consultation facilitator, UNESCO ICH specialist Nigel Encalada divided participants into groups that were tasked with discussing questions and presenting solutions to various issues, including the importance of documenting ICH and how to market it, how ICH can provide solutions during natural disasters, and how sporting activities can form part of ICH.